You can love it or hate it, but AI is here to stay. 1,000 years from now, robots are going to look back in history and realize this was the year where they started taking over the world. But in all seriousness, AI was recently released to the masses, and it's going to change everything. People have been captivated by ChatGPT and its automated chat responses that sound so sophisticated like a human. There are some really insane uses of it already, from a coder who created a virtual AI wife to submitting college essays written by AI, and worst of all, the fake research paper abstracts written by ChatGPT that are hard to spot even by scientists. It was developed by the company OpenAI, and if you haven't heard, ChatGPT is a conversational AI tool that can answer questions with human quality responses. Google search better be careful because ChatGPT is becoming smarter and more efficient at answering questions. Why not just send a chat message and AI will consolidate the best answer for you within seconds. But it can do more than just answering your questions. For today's video, what if ChatGPT can unlock the real infinite money loop and help you make money? I have discovered some amazing ways to make money with ChatGPT. So let's get right into it. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Neera and I'm a financial analyst. I talk about personal finance and investments and teach you how to make money and grow it exponentially. If you're interested in making money with AI, consider automating that like and subscribe button as I will truly appreciate it. Now let's get started. What is all the buzz about ChatGPT? In a nutshell, it's an artificial intelligence system developed by OpenAI that generates natural language text. It is based on the GPT-3 language generation software and can interact in a conversational dialogue with responses that are surprisingly human-like. The AI is trained on a large pool of data and has the potential to revolutionize the way we interact with computers. In layman's terms, it's a database filled with a ton of information and can conversationally answer prompts. Pretty sleek if you ask me. We're so used to spending our time reading countless articles and web pages to look for an answer over the internet whenever we need something for research, work, or any purpose. But in ChatGPT, the answers are instantly generated and you won't need to be stressed out anymore. Are we at that stage in history again where Netflix displays Blockbuster, Spotify erased CDs, and now Google search could be displaced by ChatGPT? One of the best features of ChatGPT is that it acts like a personal assistant. It feels human and sounds eerily like a human. With the right prompts, ChatGPT has the ability to know what you need and provide exactly what you need, which is why many users are in awe and social media is still talking about it. But aside from personal needs for answers, ChatGPT can also be used to earn money. No, it won't give you money if you ask for it. Trust me, I've tried. But I've learned 5 possible ways to use ChatGPT to make money. Number 1, automate a copywriting business. This first method works best if you already have an existing business. Copywriting is the method of promotional writing for your business, aka marketing or creating promotional material. Think about email lists, newsletters, website content, and anything you need. You can ask ChatGPT and it'll give you your personal copywriting assistant. While these things are relatively easy, they're time-consuming, and ChatGPT can help you expedite what you need to promote within seconds. For example, let's ask it to create an About Us page for an accounting firm. Simply create a prompt and sit and watch while it writes everything. Wow, isn't this amazing? Once done, just go through it and make necessary edits to make sure all this information matches with your services and publish it. As simple as that. I can then ask it to create content for a flyer, write YouTube descriptions, make a couple of social media posts, and email my subscribers in just a few minutes. Pretty cool and crazy, but having the copywriting aspect of your business generated by ChatGPT is amazing, to say the least. Number 2, generate investing ideas. Of course, it's not predictive, and please don't take its advice on which company to invest your money in without doing your own research. And quite frankly, it won't give you a specific stock answer anyways. Let's, for instance, if I type ideas for best performing stocks, it doesn't give me a list since I'm implying a prediction. However, it can be very helpful when it comes to generating lists of companies that you might want to look into. So if, for instance, type ideas for stocks with a high return on equity, it could use the historical performance and give you some company names that have done good in the past. And of course, disclose that past performance is not indicative of future results and that you need to do your own research or consult a professional. So just asking you something specific and factual could help you narrow the list of companies that you would want to research further, which is a great help considering there are over 3,000 companies to choose from. For instance, if you want companies with historically high dividend payouts or high profit margin, just remember that you should not make an investment decision based on what it suggests. For one, ChatGPT doesn't have all the information, which I'll mention later in the video, and there's just so much more to a company and its stock's price that one metric is just not enough. Now, if you found that useful, be sure to stick to the very end because we'll talk about ChatGPT and OpenAI's related services that are going to blow your mind and really paint a picture of how AI is taking over the world. Plus, we'll go over its limitations, so be sure to watch until the end of the video. Number 3, integrate ChatGPT with social media and provide paid services. One of the more creative methods to make money with ChatGPT is via social media and providing paid services. You can create chatbots on WhatsApp, Viber, Telegram, and offer paid services from providing personalized workout and nutrition plans based on the user's fitness level and goals to help users diagnose and fix common household problems such as leaky faucet or clogged toilet. The options are endless and will depend on your preference or specialization. The key is to identify a need or problem people are willing to pay for, and then create a chatbot and services that can address that need or solve the problem. Later in this video, we're going to talk about the limitations of ChatGPT and how it's only able to gather information from 2021 and before. However, if AI can take new and recent information, then you could potentially even have ChatGPT identify and pinpoint where the problem is and solve it, tailoring your services to that particular person. Social media connected us to each other, and now ChatGPT is simulating a service or wealth of information and answers to your eager customers. Number 4, coding. One of the more amazing things that ChatGPT can do is code. Most people in the world actually don't know how to code, including myself, and this barrier will also be broken. With ChatGPT, you can ask it to create code for you, and you simply copy and paste it into your programming language. Let's try an example. I'm going to type something like, please provide a JavaScript code to create a search function on my website, which is, by the way, an actual request that I need for a project that I'm working on. And then ChatGPT just creates a basic JavaScript code. The great part is it mentions the limitation of its output. So of course, this is more helpful if you have some sort of background in that coding language and you understand what it is saying. Find the errors in this code and test it before deploying it. Nevertheless, you can create a website from scratch much quicker, creating a coding game, be a customer service rep, and help people with their code. Or even use ChatGPT to help you code at work if you have a job that requires coding. Maybe the best part about ChatGPT for all coders out there is its ability to debug your code. Coding requires precision, and sometimes it may take hours to fix the problem. But with ChatGPT, you'll have your personal debugger fixing your code in no time. Number 5, ChatGPT's cousin, Dell E2. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but here it is. From the same founder of ChatGPT comes an image generator platform called Dell E2. From their website, Dell E2 can create original, realistic images and art from a text description. It can combine concepts, attributes, and styles. And damn, that's crazy. So you type a few words and tell it to make you a drawing in whatever style you wish, and it creates it for you. I'll give you a couple of choices, but some of the graphics it can make are simply quite amazing. Let's try something absurd here. Let's try 2 cats doing the polka dance, and let's see what it comes up with. Now let's add wearing sombreros, and it'll generate some cats with sombreros on there. You get the idea. There are rules around it, of course, but you can pretty much tell it something to make an image of, and it'll follow your wishes. Now, how can you make money with this, you might ask? If you have a graphic design business or even a merch business, this cuts out the graphic designer, because all you would need to do is give it some instructions and prompts and download the images. You can then upload that graphic to sites and put on merchandise like t-shirts, mugs, hats, you name it, and sell it on Amazon, eBay, or your favorite e-commerce store, and watch the sales to come in. Of course, you would have to do your own due diligence that you're not violating rules from the platform you're selling on. Additionally, copyright rules in the US are pretty vague because copyright protects the original authors, in this case humans, of their work. But there's no framework or rules around uploading your image to an e-commerce platforms and selling it. However, there's actually a ton of information out there from Amazon and Etsy sellers that are selling AI-generated graphics and making a killing. Definitely do your own due diligence, but this is something you should definitely take a look at. Now, before you get all excited, we do have to talk about disclaimers, and that's the fact that ChatGPT or any AI platform out there is not perfect. Just like humans, it has its limitations. We're not yet in an era where AI is perfect, which would be pretty scary to think about. So, as of now, here we are, the limitations of ChatGPT. Number one, the generated responses of ChatGPT may be dry or regurgitated info. The answers may also be irrelevant to the questions you're asking, especially if it becomes too niche or specific, with a limited database for ChatGPT to source from. So you still need to exercise good judgment and be savvy in picking what is relevant. Don't just copy and paste whatever ChatGPT generated because it could get you in hot water. Number two, as previously stated, ChatGPT's database is updated only up to 2021. It's not connected to the internet and is trained on that specific dataset only. So if you're looking for responses on a prompt that is most likely not yet present or relevant in 2021 and earlier, you will not get an accurate answer. Another limitation stated on its website is that it may occasionally give harmful instructions or biased content. So you should really review whatever ChatGPT generates before using it. You would want your content to be as accurate, safe, and unbiased as possible, right? Well, unless it's about an opinion topic, just be sure to censor or proofread ChatGPT as much as possible. But to address these limitations, the developers are already working on improving the underlying database and training ChatGPT. They're also fine-tuning the algorithm and reviewing the conversation between ChatGPT and its users to improve the systems. In addition, if you check the Google Chrome extension and search for ChatGPT, there is already an attempt to integrate it into Google search engines. It can be a breakthrough in how we use Google to search for information. Despite ChatGPT being a powerful language tool, which seems like something that knows everything, there are still limitations to consider. It's extremely dependent on how well you set its parameters and instructions, so there's still a human element that's needed to fully tap into ChatGPT. Also, ChatGPT only generates responses from a large data model based on the training set by its creator. Still, undeniably and backed up by its millions of users, ChatGPT is helpful as an assistant for tasks that are usually mundane for humans. Personally, I'm extremely excited for the future possibilities that can be done with ChatGPT. It might just replace Google search because rather than sifting through thousands of research results, ChatGPT synthesizes its database and give you the most direct answer. Maybe no one is more excited about ChatGPT than Microsoft, as they're rumored to invest $10 billion into its project, in addition to the $3 billion they've invested since 2019. And if you use ChatGPT as we discussed in this video, you could also take advantage of its capabilities and use it to make money. But remember the limitations and don't forget to use your human judgment. After all, it is your name that you're using when you present information you get from ChatGPT to your end users. That's all for me today. Tell me what you think about ChatGPT. Is AI going to rule the future?
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. I mean, just kidding.
If you like this video, leave us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you turn on notifications to never miss out. Check out my other videos on the channel for other money-making ideas you don't want to miss out on. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. What is all the buzz about ChatGPT? GPT-3 language. What is all the buzz and has the potential to reveal? What is all the buzz about? Many users are in content for and on your